Hey, everybody. It's Chrissy Key Rollins here for this week's Tuned In Tuesday. You know, I switch it up every week. Basically, my goal is to bring you a weekly energy update and to make it clever, I guess, in its delivery. So it could be a Manifest Monday, could be a Tuned In Wednesday, a Tuesday, could be a Watch This Wednesday. You never know. But today's Tuesday. What is it? June the 4th. And I've got my handy dandy Rumi Oracle cards here. So I'm getting ready to pull a card to just see what the cards have to say about, I don't know, just something to reflect upon, right? Y'all know how I do things. And to give you a sense of what I feel is happening energetically so you can better understand and make sense of this crazy world as it unfolds around us. So I am going to anchor in here and give our deck a little shuffle here. Maybe give some people a couple minutes to hop on. And we'll go from there. Okay, so for those of you that are new to my weekly energy update, what I do is I draw one card from my Rumi Oracle deck. And Oracle decks, they're just a deck of cards that are based on a different theme. Mine happens to be on the mystic poet Rumi. And each card just offers a little reflection, an invitation to think about something from a different perspective, to reflect on something in your own life. And that's the way that I use it. Hey, whoever just joined live, welcome, welcome. So we use a card to pull forward to see, hey, how does this feel? Is there any reflection here for me? Is there anything to consider? If so, what comes forward? If not, that's great too. I'm all about following your intuition, following your inner guidance, and not leaning on these outward things to tell you what the heck's going on anyway, which kind of makes it tricky whenever I share things outwardly. But it's a balance of both. Understanding what's happening externally, understanding what's happening internally, that's where you can find that balance and that harmony in order to really enrich and enhance this life experience, or at least that's what I have found to be true for myself. So what's been going on? The last couple of weeks, we've been talking about this tumultuous energy that's been going through, that's been a catalyst for a lot of growth in relationships, which may look like, you know, coming together or coming apart. A lot of growth around old habits that no longer serve us. And if you've been doing the work, if you've been showing up, if you've been riding the waves, if you've been learning your own internal cycles, if you have, speaking of which, we're right at a new moon, by the way, great time to create. If there's anything on your heart that you're looking to create, the energy supporting that. So last week we talked about how all this growth, all this shifting, all this changing is now coming to a point that is kind of like the heydays of summer. It's a little crazy, chaotic Gemini energy. School is wrapping up. People are starting to think about their vacations that are coming up. The weather's shifting. How we're dressing's shifting. How we're feeling throughout the day is shifting, because literally how we're feeling throughout the day is shifting with the temperature changes. And all of it's kind of got us all stirred up. So there's been a ramping up of energy. There's been all this work that you've been doing so far. You've been finally seeing some fruits on the labor. You can pick some of those juicy berries and really enjoy them. And now the trick is staying and maintaining the course while having fun with the fruits of your labor as we go into the summer months. So as that's all been going, we've been ramping up, we've been doing the work, we've been growing, refining, changing, evolving, watching ourselves, making a different choice, going in a different direction, allowing a different unfoldment, getting a different result, having a little bit more fruit on the vine, right? Now we're going to keep it all going, and all of life is really supporting your next level of creation. So if you've been falling into the same pitfalls, if you've been repeating the same cycles, you probably aren't experiencing what I'm talking about. But if you've been making headway, just know this relief that's coming in, if you haven't felt it yet, it is on its way to you. I assure you, because it is flooding through all of us. And if you haven't gotten your share of it yet, just hold tight. I assure you, it is coming to you. And it is a sign that there will be more to come. But if you haven't had it flooding in yet, it's just a sign that you're still waiting for that little thing to shift in order for you to relax. And life's like, if she would just relax, if you would just let go, then we can finally give. So if you're still stuck in that turmoil, I encourage you, you're closer than you think. Set it aside, and here is some introspection on how you might go about doing that. This is card number 4 in the deck. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. It comes to visit my group quite often. It makes an appearance. This card number 4, the Cloak of Christ. It comes forth a lot in my Facebook group, the Conscious Success Community. If you're not a member there, come over there, check us out every week following this. And actually, I got it in there early today. I do a 3-card spread every week, face down. You can make your pick, 1, 2, or 3, play around with your intuition, follow your guidance. And then later in the day, I post the reveal so you can see if your message hits home. But the message for all of us today is this, the Cloak of Christ. In the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the King's throne and teach the angels the nature of the divine. Rumi. The cloak is a sacred container that places your body and soul within the loving energy of the Christ consciousness. This unconditionally loving energy is not limited to the being bearing its name, but is shared by Rumi and many other holy ones. It is typified by wholeness. There is nothing within you that could cause the Christ to turn away from you, not even those parts of you that may fill you with fear, shame, guilt, or regret. He and Rumi are sacred brothers, loving and supportive of each other, and they see your soul as one of their family, one of their own. You are so loved by them both, equally and without measure. You are being empowered here. Okay, sorry. There is a person, place, thing, or belief that has come to be like a manacle around your wrist, or an iron ball or leg iron, preventing you from moving forward with the grace you have earned spiritually. Hey, Mary, so good to see you on here, Shug. You're being empowered here to shed that. Don't hesitate. Let yourself be cloaked in the Christ energy and receive the spiritual assistance you deserve now. There is a reason for this. The unfolding of your life purpose is taking a turn for the better, and your energy is required to fuel that new life. This is particularly so if you have, oh, well, this doesn't really matter, sorry. Just remember that whenever we are asked to release something, it is because the divine wishes to fill our hearts and hands with more. Do not hold onto scraps for fear that the feast will be denied to you. Use your nose. Smell the feast awaiting you. What I love about this is last week we talked about becoming that blank slate. If you want to have a new story written, you have to clean your page in order to have this new story unfold. It's the same thing. When we talk about letting go, we're not talking about losing. We're talking about receiving. And if you're somebody who is struggling with more in your life, you need more time, more energy, more income, more support, more love, more recognition, more validation, whatever that more is. It's a clear sign that you have something that is blocking your receiving, because it's not that life's not showing up. It's not that it's not coming your way. There's something that's stopping your receiving. And typically, if you're not receiving, it is because you are too full and there's nowhere for it to go. So you cannot want in one hand, but then hold tightly in the other hand that which is holding back what you want from coming in. You have to be able to let go. This is surrender. This is grace. This is allowing life to deliver to you. If you're so busy doing all the things, I just put on my backpack because I got to go take care of all the things, right? If you're so busy being the superhero, going around saving the day everywhere, where do you receive? We can don this cloak to say, when I cannot do it, that which clothes me can. Because in truth, that's all that's moving any of this forward anyway. So anytime you are stuck, you're stuck in the cycles, you're stuck in the suffering, you're stuck in the of it all, it's because you're not putting on the cloak that is there for you to reach and grab at any time. You're just still wearing your own clothes. And that's fine. But as long as you're wearing your clothes in your story, you're going to have the same experience of you as the character that you are experiencing currently. If you want a different story, you must don a new cloak, and the cloak of Christ is here within your reach at any time. And what is that? Dressed in kindness, dressed in compassion, dressed in the eyes of God, dressed in the ability to see the divine unfolding. Because where does the angel sit? Next to God, showing divinity to all who look their way. If you're not experiencing it, it's okay. You're still unfolding your part of the story, how you play into this big divine unfolding. What is your way? So it's okay. But just know that close within reach, you can grab it at any time and put it on. And if you are somebody who wants to learn how to receive more, then for sure come over to the Conscious Success community, because that's what it's all about over there. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to share this video, like this page if you haven't already. And yeah, let me know your 2 cents. Let me know your takeaways. How's everything feeling to you? Okay, bye.